Hello friends, welcome back. I'm Beth, here to help you fulfill your potential in meditation. As most of you know, I don't have just one method that I teach to everybody, like one size fits all. Instead, I much prefer to teach people one-on-one. And the reason is that you're all different. So please use these videos as a guideline, and if there's anything that isn't quite working for you or anything that doesn't quite fit, then be in touch and I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you one-on-one. Today's video is about working with a mantra to deepen our meditation practice. Now, if we want to work with a mantra in meditation, then obviously the first thing that we need is a good mantra. So how do we go about finding a good mantra? Well, the first quality of a good mantra is that it should be simple and easy to remember. We don't want to be trying to meditate with a mantra while struggling to remember what the mantra even is. So we want to choose a few simple words that are nice and easy to remember. The second quality of a good mantra is that it should be evocative of wholesome states. That means that the meaning of the mantra itself should give rise to wholesome states such as gratitude, faith, loving kindness, compassion, etc. And the third quality of a good mantra is that the sound and the rhythm of the words themselves should be soothing and calming. We want the sound and the rhythm of the words to carry us deeper into states of peace. Now, once we've found a good mantra, we've got a couple of jobs to do with it. The first job is to repeat the mantra without getting distracted. Now, we could repeat the mantra out loud with our voice, or we could repeat it simply in our minds. We want to repeat the mantra, and if we get distracted, bring our attention back in the same way that we would do with any other meditation object. But we also have another job with the mantra, and that is to maintain our sincerity with the mantra. In other words, we want to keep on meaning it. Let's say, for example, that we have a mantra like, "May all beings be well and happy." It's no good if we're sitting there simply repeating, "May all beings be well and happy, may all beings be well and happy," without meaning it. We need to keep our hearts engaged with the meaning and the sincerity of that mantra. When we practice in that way, the mantra can carry our meditation practice deeper. Now, a mantra has some great benefits, and the first benefit is it can be a really powerful tool for calming the mind, especially when we're dealing with a lot of distracted thought. The mind can only do one thing at a time, so whilst we're wholeheartedly engaged with a mantra, there's not really enough time to be thinking about anything else. So this can be a great type of meditation if we're especially distracted in our thinking. The second huge benefit of a mantra is that we can encourage or emphasize one particular type of wholesome state that we want to work on. So we could use a mantra, for example, that's especially evocative of faith if we understand that we want to deepen our faith. We could use a mantra that's especially evocative of compassion if we understand that compassion is something that we want to work on. And so we can use a mantra to emphasize the development of a particular area of our practice. Now, a mantra also has some limitations, and the main limitation of a mantra is that it's a relatively coarse tool to work with. And because of that, there's a limit on how deep it can carry our practice. When we're still working with words and repetition of words, even mentally, we can't go so deep with the practice. So what I would suggest is that you use a mantra at the beginning of your practice when your thoughts are a little more distracted, and when you're calm, when you're established in a stable access concentration, that's the right time to change to a more subtle object that can carry your practice deeper. So that's what I have to say today about working with mantras to deepen the meditation practice. If there's anything that's unclear, anything that you'd like to discuss, then be in touch and I'll be more than happy to discuss those things with you individually. But now's the time to get off of those screens, get onto the cushions and actually give the practice a go. As most of you know, I do all of my work on a donation basis, so I welcome you to support me either through Patreon or through my website so that I can continue to make these videos. Thank you so much for your support. Wishing you the best with your meditation.